My name is Sarah Williams, and I am 63 years old. I've lived a life full of storms and sunrises, but the brightest part of my life was always my daughter, Emily. She was my heart, my strength, and the one reason I kept moving when everything inside me begged to stop. I raised her alone. Her father, Michael, walked away from our lives when she was 4. I still remember the slam of the door, the silence that followed, and the way Emily's small hand tightened around my dress. That night, she climbed into my bed, tucked herself under my arm, and whispered, "Mom, you won't leave me too, right?" My heart broke into 1,000 pieces. I kissed her forehead and said, "Never, sweetheart, never." And I meant it. From that day on, Emily became my entire world. I worked 2 jobs for years, cleaning offices at dawn, waiting tables at night. My hands cracked, my back ached, and sometimes I cried quietly so Emily wouldn't hear me. But every evening, she'd run into my arms with her school bag bouncing on her shoulder and say, "Mom, I got a star today." And suddenly, all the pain disappeared. Emily grew into a brilliant young woman, sharp, confident, ambitious. She wanted a career in business. I saved every penny, fought every hardship, and sacrificed everything to get her through university. I sold my wedding ring. I skipped meals. I worked overtime until my knees nearly collapsed beneath me. But I never told her any of that, because a mother's love is not a debt, it's devotion. When Emily graduated and got a job at a prestigious firm, I felt like the world had finally rewarded me. She blossomed into a successful woman. New clothes, new friends, expensive dinners, bright dreams. But with success came distance. She started staying out late. Her calls became shorter. Her hugs became lighter. Her eyes stopped searching for me the way they once did. One evening, Emily came home with a rigid look on her face, polished hair, sharp heels clicking against the floor, a coldness in her voice. "Mom, we need to talk." I turned off the stove and faced her. "What is it, darling?" She hesitated for just a moment, then said, "Mom, you're getting older, and I'm trying to build a future for myself. My job is stressful, my social life is demanding, and, honestly, living with you is becoming a responsibility." My breath caught in my chest. "A responsibility?" She swallowed. "I mean, yes. I need my own space. People my age don't live with their parents. My colleagues tease me. It's embarrassing sometimes." Embarrassing? I, who wiped her tears, fed her, protected her, shaped her life, was now embarrassing. I felt a sting inside me, but I stayed calm. "What are you trying to say, Emily?" She looked away. "I found a really good assisted living home nearby. It's modern, clean, safe. They can take care of you. It will be better for both of us." The world around me fell silent. She wasn't asking me, she was telling me. "Emily, you're sending me away?" "Mom, I'm not sending you away," she insisted. "I'm just moving forward, and you should be somewhere where you're taken care of. I can't do it all." I didn't argue. Sometimes heartbreak quiets even the strongest souls. 2 days later, she helped pack my bags. She drove me to Rosewood Assisted Living Home. A beautiful place, yes, but strangers' walls never feel like home. She hugged me lightly, as if afraid to get too close. "I'll visit you every week, Mom, I promise." But promises made without love fade quickly. The weeks passed. She didn't come. Only one text arrived every now and then. "Super busy, Mom. We'll visit soon." I waited by the window every Saturday, watching other residents meet their families. I watched sons hug their mothers, daughters feed their fathers, grandchildren run through the hallways laughing. But no one came for me. Then, one afternoon, in the small Rosewood library, I met Olivia Carter, a well-dressed woman in her 50s. She sat beside me and smiled kindly. "You have a gentle face," she said. "Are you new here?" "Yes," I replied softly. She looked around and then asked, "Your family?" I hesitated. "My daughter brought me here." Her expression shifted sadness, pity, and something like anger. She asked gently, "Did you want to come?" I couldn't speak. My silence was enough. She leaned in and said, "Let me tell you something, Sarah. The only mistake mothers make is giving everything and expecting nothing. Children who always receive forget how to give." Her words were a knife, truth disguised as comfort. That night I couldn't sleep. For the first time in years, I asked myself, who am I? Besides a mother? What did I do for myself? Why did I stop living my own life? The answer was painful, because I believed Emily would always need me. But she didn't. Not anymore. The next morning, I made a decision that changed everything. I started rewriting my life. I joined painting classes inside Rosewood. I participated in book clubs. I helped the nurses with small tasks, not because I had to, but because it felt good to be useful again. Soon people began to know my name. Sarah Williams was no longer the abandoned mother. She became the woman with warmth in her eyes. Months passed. Emily still didn't visit. Then one day, she finally appeared. Expensive coat, flawless makeup, phone in hand, impatience in her voice. "Mom! Why didn't you answer my messages?" I looked at her calmly. "I was busy." That surprised her. "Busy? Doing what?" Before I could reply, the manager of the home approached me. "Sarah, your art exhibit is scheduled for next Friday. The mayor's wife confirmed her attendance." Emily's eyes widened. "Art exhibit? Mom, what is going on?" I smiled gently. "I decided to live, Emily." For the first time, there was panic in her voice. "Mom, you weren't supposed to. I mean, aren't you lonely?" I looked straight into her eyes. "No, Emily. I was lonely when you were near me, but treated me like a burden. Here, I'm respected." She froze. Guilt flooded her face. "Mom, I never meant—" I held up my hand. "Emily, I gave you everything I had. My youth, my strength, my dreams. But I forgot to give myself something too. A life." Tears filled her eyes. "Mom, please come home. I'm sorry." I smiled sadly. "My home is wherever I am valued. And here, I have built something new." She broke down crying. I held her hand, but gently let go. "Emily, love doesn't disappear, but trust does, and trust takes time to rebuild." She nodded, sobbing. "I'll come every week, I promise." This time, I believed her a little, but I didn't depend on her anymore. Because now, I had learned the greatest truth. A mother's life doesn't end when her child's life begins. She is allowed to dream too, allowed to start over, allowed to live for herself. And for the first time in 63 years, I finally did.